actually pick out a replay. Let me figure this out real quick.
Somebody give me a replay. We'll like kind of go. Last time we did like 2 for everybody, but it's because only like 2 people were there. So we got multiple people. We might only do 1 for everybody. We'll see.
Okay.
See how long it takes.
I have a
on the
pause.
first, like, 12 minutes or so. Ish.
What were you saying, Hulk?
I said I have a pause 4 game I could show. I saw my Smurf though,
Nice.
so.
You have a Smurf? Alright, Trisoft gave me the first ID, so we're gonna go with that one first. Oh, do you guys want to see my stream, maybe? Be helpful.
Yeah.
I tried to find a pause 4 game on my thing, but I couldn't. On my real account, I couldn't download any of the replays.
Wait, did I do that right? What's happening? I hadn't hit download. Do I already have this game downloaded? Is this from...
Were you streaming it?
No. Wait, what game is this?
Game 1 from last week?
That's weird. Why do I have to download it already?
Oh, is this RD2L game? Oh, here we go. I didn't know it was supposed to be that.
ArcD Shea Doctor.
Oh, actually, Avum. Or no, wait. Yeah, Avum technically submitted the first one this morning at 10:30. I guess we'll do that one next.
No worries.
Wait, so this is Trisoft's replay. What hero were you?
Shadow Demon.
Shadow Demon.
Are you live yet?
You're just streaming in Discord if you want to use that.
Yeah, in Discord.
We got stomped pretty good.
I'm up on Twitch too, but it'll be easier, I think, to follow along on Discord because there's like a delay on the Twitch of like, not like a real delay, but like it's like a 3-second delay. Pretty awkward. Yeah, so the Discord stream should work. Just trying the stick, which I like. A lot of tangos. It's like a lot of regen. Wait, I have an echo. Rue, I'm like echoing or something on your end.
Is it my...
Stop now. Stop now. I don't know. Maybe it's like inconsistently doing it. It's probably against like Jug Binge.
It should be better now.
Or Jug Wyvern, I guess. Yeah, it's good.
Against Benj and Nyx?
Oh, you're the 5. You're the 5.
Yep.
And you're with a Dusa. No, wait. You're with a Ricky.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know. This just seems like a lot of regen to me. I think I would like prefer like 1 less set of tangos or like 1 less salve and like just get like a fairy fire and a mango. Kind of items can like help a lot like with the early trades. It just gives you a little more sustain. Like coming out to read lane with 3 sets of regen, like 2 tangos and a salve. Like just like nobody does this.
Okay.
Because you kind of want to see how the lane goes, right? Like sometimes the enemy like plays like trash, and you like don't shoot through the regen, and like you would have rather had like your boots sooner, or like something else. So
Oh, so we played against them the week before, and we got smashed pretty good.
yeah, but even then, like
Oh,
I'm
actually,
not
never
saying to
mind,
not
never
fly
mind.
it out if you don't need it. Right? I'm still echoing.
Yeah.
Sometimes I don't know. All right, wait. Let's take a look at what is actually happening instead of talking about the items.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Took your disruption level 1. I think for first blood or something, right?
I think I picked it after we didn't find anyone.
Okay.
It's like 50-50 which of those I take Shadow Poison or that.
Right. Okay, so you got a pole camp. That's good. Yeah, he stopped
Am I
it.
allowed to interject as a divine player or no?
You can say something if you want.
I think it's really easy lane for you to just hit them. They don't really do any damage like until level 3. You just click them kind of non-stop the first couple levels.
Yeah, you can harass more.
Like, I don't think you click the spell the first 3 minutes of the game.
Yeah, when you take your Q level 1, that's like kind of what happens. Like, it's definitely usually it's good to like use a spell like early. Nice
Yeah.
save. Just real quick, going back to this, like your Ricky kind of like fucks up here. But like I would be looking to like just play this pull. And like you should be basically here you just need to have communicated that like you're pulling, which you probably did. This guy just gets like caught like way out of position going for like some CS or something. I mean, I guess you're kind of useful in terms of coming over to getting him a blink, but just make sure you're like saying something to him, because like that really should not be happening, and you shouldn't like have to do that. It's like kind of okay that you did, especially because like he has a blink strike, so it's like more helpful than like. You know. If he's like some other like melee hero with no blink ability, like you coming over doesn't even really help.
Right.
That's okay. That's okay. All right, let's see what happens. Yeah, now you're just starting to use Shadow Poison. Yeah, you probably do that a little bit earlier. He's just like not a good hero right now, so it's just kind of life. I like that you're looking to pull here though. That's good. So it looks like you have boots coming out. And you just have Arcane Speed up. Oh, you have some other items too. That's good. Definitely be using my Clarity here. I kind of like waited a long time to get that going.
I thought the Nyx was chasing me.
Yeah. Yeah, you should never look to be like playing under your tower like this. Like if this is the situation, like you're just useless over here. You should definitely just be looked to be playing over here. Like this kind of positioning thing matters because like you can't impact anything that's gonna happen from here. Except to like you can like walk up and like try and save them if they go on them, but like they're pulling here and you're just like here.
Right.
So you want to be positioned up here and like be keeping an eye on what's happening. Like even if you don't want to like just hit the Nyx, like you need to be like scouting what he's doing, because if he's like right here ready to go on your Ricky, it would be helpful for your Ricky to know that. And if he's like over here pulling, it would also be helpful for like you guys as a lane to like know that. And just kind of like you're kind of just doing it for no reason. Like there's no real reason that you ran over here. It just kind of seemed like you defaulted to like sitting behind your carry, and they just like got this pull off like for free because like you weren't even scouting it. So you go with the block, get your own pull off. Reasonable. Why are we not on your items? Okay, we're on your items now. In terms of items here, for you, I think rushing mana boots is not that good as like a support hero. Like I almost never like go like first item mana boots when I'm playing 5. Like completing a wand is an option, picking up a windlace is an option, making sure you're like buying smokes is good. Like at this stage in the lane, I like to have a smoke usually, or be thinking about flying one out very soon, because a lot of times this is around the time when you can like look to start leaving depending on the lane, you know. But all these other items are just gonna like have a little bit more impact than like just going straight mana boots.
Definitely.
A raindrop. I
Always
don't know if I
staying
mentioned
alone.
raindrop. But like wand, raindrop, a smoke, like kind of will all have more impact than just like this 589 gold sitting here and then like your eventual mana boots. Could you have helped this situation? So you're like farming the pull. Or just get going on under the tower? Is that what happens? Yeah, he does. I don't know if I like hate that you're like not over there. Like in theory, he should be able to get solo XP here. They just kind of dive him. Yeah, he just steps out of position. I just don't think he can do that.
Yeah.
I'm just making sure that there's nothing that you like needed to like do differently there, and I don't think there is. Like ideally, he's just like
Listening to creep there.
Ideally, he's
Straight
just
up.
like dragging the creeps like back here if he can't like last it safely, and then you can like give him solo XP and like play up here, basically. He went top? Oh my goodness. Arctis. This ward is good, except that you don't need it because your carry's not here. If your carry was still here, this ward would be fine and very good because it'll scout like rotations and stuff. Given that your carry rotated at like level 4, oh, he's level 5. Maybe less necessary. Could still be good like to help you though. So.
Oh no! Why did top ETP top? It was perfectly fine. ETP bottom, right? He was dead.
So here you need to keep your eye on what's going on like in the lane, because I don't mind that you do this pull, but like in the lane, what's happening is that he's shoving 4 creeps under your tower. 5 creeps under your tower actually. So like this is less important than getting the gold if you can and XP from these 5 creeps. So like, what you need to do is you need to be playing this like here, and then as soon as these creeps like get over here, you need to like kind of make your way over there. I imagine you do. Like you're just gonna be late. No, you're not even doing it. So yeah, you lost 2 like. Maybe you're in XP range for that last one. You lost like 1 free creep for sure, almost 2. Plus the last hits. So it's more important to like play the wave there if he's gonna shove into your tower than to play the pull. So you're kind of just chilling here. You are buying. Yeah. Yeah, because if you had like a raindrop and wand and like maybe a fun another clarity, like you just need to be ready. Like what you're doing, sapping XP here, kind of waiting for levels is kind of fine. But what you need to be doing is monitoring like when you do need to like go to leave, and you need to have the resources ready to do it. Like sitting down here sapping XP is good, but sitting down here with 240 mana when it's going to cost you 75 to like go anywhere else is like not good. Because you're just like actually not going to be able to have any impact anywhere. I mean, you could like TP in and press Q on somebody like as a save, which is like decent. Nice little setup actually. Works out. That was good. But like just I feel like what I said is still valid even though you like got a kill.
Yeah.
Alright, so you're gonna go get
What's the reason you don't get W on that?
I like the reduced cooldown on Q.
Yeah. I'm not like criticizing it. Just
I like the W against like big fat guys, but a lot of the time I'm not against that lately, so I don't skill it for a while. Like if I was against Pudge or something.
They're also not going to be active for quite some time, so it's not really too much value in going that.
So here you should just have like 2 things in your mind. It's like A, you can kind of hang around bottom and like kill Venge again maybe if he steps out of position, like that's an option. Or B, like look to like move to another lane. Granted, your offlaner is here, and this is the phase of the game where you kind of want to be playing around your offlaner. So given that he's already down here, it's like not that useful to go up and like play near this Ricky because he's just not that strong yet. So probably be looking to play around the Mars. So honestly, what should have happened here is you guys killed this guy, and then like Toppy like farms this wave, which is fine, and you grab your mana boots. But like you guys should not stay down here. What actually should happen is you go mana boots the Mars, and you guys like smoke right now, and you like go to the some other part of the map, because there's no good reason to like stay down here. Is like kind of the offlaner is like one of the, especially with a Deuce of mid, your offlaner is definitely like your strongest hero right now that you like want to play around. And it's just not good to have your strongest player like be playing around like your own safe lane at this phase in the game. If you are strong enough to do shit, like just go take their tower, right? This full HP tower. And if you're like playing really defensive, I mean, it's just not good. Like this map setup is not good because this Ricky's just not going to be getting a lot out of like this lane. Because if they see that you guys are here, they can just easily like go kill the Ricky, or they could smoke your Dusa. Like they can just ignore you guys if they want. And then you're like playing the most passive part of the map, pressuring an objective that's not important.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
So like I think it's kind of a mistake to like not look to leave, kind of once you had those mana boots and you had gotten that kill, and like go look to play in the more aggressive part of the map. Like imagine if you guys had smoked there, you would like be mid right now, and you could maybe even kill this Coddle because you like set up his spear so well, right? If you like smoked mid, and even if there's no play here, you can just keep walking top and like look to make a play up there. Because the map just becomes really awkward for the rest of your team when like you guys are playing down here. This isn't 100% your fault, right? You're just the support, and your job is to kind of follow around your strong core. But you can like direct that if if Toppy's like just chilling here. Be like, dude, let's go. Like as the support, actually, it's kind of like your job is to like you call for those smokes that like move your team around, right?
Yeah, I like to do that in my low MMR games, but I usually just defer to Naticus in this team.
Yeah, I've been
But
doing that a lot
he gets kind of
today.
busy farming.
Yeah. Well, and like you
Once
got a
he comes
Medusa
online, he's
mid.
correct.
Like
Yeah.
this guy is not supposed to participate, but like
Yeah, he's like a carry.
yeah, but you and Mars need to like do things that force reactions so that like he has space, right? Would as the Medusa win condition, would he rather you guys like kind of chill down here and like defend this tower, or would he rather you like chase and pressure and possibly kill the Jug, right? And like take the Jug's tower. Like, right? What is the Medusa? What would the Medusa prefer? Like, does he want Jug to be like free farming while like his team's like taking this fight bottom?
Oh, probably not.
Probably not. He definitely does not, actually. You know, when you're a carry, like what you want your team to do is like be killing the other carry over and over, right? And like obviously you can't always do that, but like playing bottom while their carry is free farming top is like not the map situation that you guys want.
That sounds weird.
And it's kind of incumbent on the supports to like make those rotations happen. And you know, this isn't the first time today that we've seen some RD2L cores not play the right part of the map, but you know, as support, you can kind of like help in that regard and like initiate these like plays, especially because you have the smoke, which is really good that you have the smoke to begin with. But then you just don't use it to like leave the part of the map where you shouldn't want to be playing.
Right.
All right, so let's take a look at the next replay. Does anybody else have any questions on this one?
Nope.
I feel like this is like something RD2L players, I mean, it's just low MMR players in general, but I think something about like being in like the low MMR support plus like higher MMR core, like, but still not that high MMR core, like this happens a lot. So that's why, you know, hopefully as support players we can all learn from this, and you know, I don't want you to be like ordering your cores around, but like just be like, hey, I've got this smoke, like let's go aggressively smoke like to their safe lane tier 1 and like make a play there, right? That's what you should be looking to do. So this is Avum's game that he put in the chat like way earlier today.
We ended up like dumpstering the game, but the lane was probably one of the worst in my memory lately.
Okay, we'll take a look. You're the witch doctor?
Yep.
Here with what?
Guessing you're against Viper?
PA?
Yeah. Viper Ogre into PA Witch Doctor.
Yeah, it's pretty terrifying for you guys.
It's a testy lane for sure.
So I think I'm finding myself, especially like RD2L and stuff, I think Hulk can attest to, I'm finding myself in these like really, really terrible lane matchups just because like the draft order and some of the teams I'm playing on. So I think just watching like a really bad matchup lane like this, I just want to learn what can I be doing that's like productive instead of trying not to feed and running around accomplishing nothing.
Sure.
I actually think PA with like a witch doctor is pretty good against Viper in lane. It's really like back and forth though. Like if you fuck up one time, the lane's kind of over.
Yeah, then I'd probably grief the lane pretty hard.
Well, the Viper got first blood, so yeah, the lane's probably already kind of over.
think taking stun is not what you want to do on Witch Doctor. I think you either take Maledict if you're looking to like kind of cast it and trade with somebody, because nobody can really trade into you when you're Maledicted. Or like Speed has been advocating for like taking like Voodoo first and just kind of getting the wave shoved out, which is also something that's really good to do against a Viper, right? Like if you static lane against this guy, like it's not going to go well.
Yeah.
But if you like just blast heal like the first wave and kind of like click them a little bit and then shove the wave, then it's harder for them to be aggressive on you if you've got like a bunch of creeps. You guys drag it under tower, so this will push the wave a little bit. I like your aggression here though, like constantly rifling this guy is exactly what you should be doing. This is good. Here you'd want your positioning to be over here. It'd be nice if you like cut this tree so you could walk up.
I think in chat I just asked them to come over and cut the tree for me.
Yeah, okay. So you got the right idea.
And then yeah, there it is.
Has been killed.
Yeah. Here you definitely can look to like help secure the range creep with the especially with the cask, because like cask on the like range creep. Like if you cask him here, right, it's like kind of good.
Dire's
Yeah.
Right here, you should be definitely looking to like cask here and like put some harass on, because that's what you took, right? If you didn't have cask, you can't do that. But
Right.
been killed.
like it would just be really good here, and you want to look for these opportunities early, like the first two waves, to like be aggressive and take good trades. Because like if you kill this right now, plus like stun or slow them, they're gonna take a bunch of damage from these three creeps that are still gonna be alive, or maybe they'll kill that one.
Right.
It'll be two. And then any trade you take in that scenario, like they're not level 2 yet, is probably gonna be really good for you guys. So this is kind of a missed opportunity for a little bit of aggression, and especially against like heroes like Viper who really hate getting ran at early. Oh, here, what are you doing, dude? You have to go on this guy. Like if he turns around for this creep, this guy's psycho.
Yeah. Right. Okay.
You have to go on this guy. Like not now. Like you should be like looking to hit him, and like here.
One right click and then stun. Yeah.
Yeah, like this guy needs to like
He
die
is-
for this. Like he needs to die.
He's
for
dead,
this.
yeah.
Especially with PA like having dagger. Like there's no reason this guy should survive this. And you're just gonna like, wow, that's sad to watch actually. Really be looking like that's how offlaners mess up, is they go for those like, you know, really low creeps that they really have no business getting, and you have to punish that when they do it. I mean, even just one dagger, he's so low. That's unfortunate. So missing a little bit of aggression here, and it's really important on these heroes like Viper. Is level 1 poison attack is not that strong, and this hero is just so bad early. 275 move speed, and you guys are like full HP, right? You guys are like full HP, so like don't be afraid in this situation. You're like giving him a little bit too much respect at level 1. It's important to recognize like kind of the power spikes of the heroes in your lane, and like their power spike is like level 2, but like level 3 mostly when Viper gets level 2 poison attack. And you kind of want to be really aggressive before that. And like here, you're level 2. Throw the stun. Throw the stun. In this situation again, right? Like he's getting chased by creeps. This is an opportunity for you to do like 300 like free damage. And by free, I just mean it costs you 80 mana.
Yeah.
Well, actually, it would cost you 185 because you should use both spells. But like right now, you've got 4 creeps that are about to be attacking this guy. This is way out of position for this ogre. Like I'm not going to say he should die, because Viper can like turn around and start hitting you guys and like mitigate a little bit, but he should take like at least 500 damage here with like a Maledict and a stun and like a dagger. I don't know why PA is not daggering either. So this is just like missed opportunities on your guys' part of like not punishing them being out of position. This is decent. Yeah, PA dies here. It's like under creep wave, and it's a little bit more even. Not terrible.
You do see how the Viper just died, though.
Yeah.
It's just kind of proves what we were saying, though.
Yeah.
What should you do here? I think given that you're like full HP mana and that like yes, your carry would like to just freely last hit the CS, and maybe you give them solo XP. Like in some scenarios, you'd want to like kind of do what you did and like kind of play it away. But I think given that this Viper's just gonna sit here and body your PA if he tries to get these last hits, I think you need to like
Just hit him with a
I would even
combo,
just, like,
right click
throw-
him a couple times, and
I don't know if I throw out a stun because that might grief the range creeps, but like throw out a Maledict and just like hit him, you know. I think it's worth a mana, given you have a Clarity and a Mango, to just like prevent your PA from taking this harass right now. And like staying in the lane is like kind of okay. Is Witch Doctor, it can be okay to like take more of your carry's XP than you otherwise would, because this hero really likes levels. It's unfortunate. Yeah. Yeah, now they've hit their level 3 power spike, and from here I'm sure it does not go well. But you see there was a couple opportunities where you guys could have punished really hard the first 2 levels, and you didn't.
yeah.
And you kind of let them get here for free. And once they do, it's, you know, Viper is just one of those heroes right now where it becomes almost impossible to, like, play. Is it kind of okay? Not great. We're gonna pull? Is that what's happening?
Top tower is under attack.
It's like reasonable. The small camp's, or the big camp's still blocked, right? Yeah, yeah, that's good. As long as the big camp's still blocked, what you're doing is fine. Like, as long as they're not pulling, you're kind of good. We can be a little aggressive on the Viper. It's okay. Alright, the lane's gonna shove out Giga hard here. I kind of like that attempt. I think it was just a little bit mistimed. Because this is a situation where like you have some aggressive potential. I think just being on the same page as your PA is really important here. So like if you guys want to do this, if you both go on him at the same time with all your spells, I think it's actually very effective.
I didn't realize the Ogre was this close. I thought Ogre was going to go contest the 6-minute rune, so I didn't realize the Ogre was going to just pop out from the trees.
Yeah. Actually, it's hard. This Viper has 13 6 charges and Fairy Fire. I think PA can actually... She can dagger and walk in, but she can't actually blink in. But it's kind of like the carry perspective. Yeah, that wasn't too bad. It's hard because, like, if you do nothing, your PA is just going to get owned, so... So you TP back to this lane. I would already at this phase be considering going somewhere else. I'm not saying I definitely would, but I would be looking at like if I can have an impact somewhere else. Because your
So
impact
doesn't
on
that
this
grief
lane
the
at this
PA?
phase- Kind of. But he's like already it's like a PA into a Viper. So there's like, you have to ask yourself, like, what are you doing by being down here? Like, are you securing his farm by being down here?
Right.
Right? Because if he's not going to get farm whether you're here or not, then is it good for you to be here? I
Right.
think,
Am I worth more going and taking the tier 1 top to make some space and then let the PA go top in the triangle?
yeah, and you like it's pretty early. You could have walked to a different lane and kept your TP up in case your PA needs it. I also like would have considered like asking my mid if he needed a bottle refill. Like I kind of noted when I looked a second ago, he's low. He's got a full bottle, but he's low. Like before you TP'd. So like here, I'd be like, hey man, do you like need a bottle refill? Like if you want to like use those bottle charges and like heal up, and then I'll like come refill you. And instead he like kind of just feeds, just like sitting on a full bottle instead of like using it. But
Yeah.
maybe if you had like asked him, he would have been open to that and would have played a little bit safer and like not died. Or maybe he doesn't get the, maybe he didn't have the rune, right? Like you probably weren't looking for that though. And if like the Void Spirit had gotten the rune, you like a timely support TP mid to refill the bottle is like super impactful. So like I just would have been looking for like an opportunity to do something else, and then maybe I would have come back here. Just wanted to throw that. You should probably be looking for something like that though. Like when your lane's going really bad like this, it's like how can I impact the other lanes, right? Yeah, see, you're coming down here to like, and you're like kind of re-blocking their pull, but it's like, is this like effective? Like, is PA like getting anything out of you doing this? Are you gonna die? No, you're not gonna die. Yeah, but just that whole sequence was not particularly helpful to the PA. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
And he ends up dying. So yeah, it's in these types of situations, like where these lanes are going really bad, where you have to judge for yourself, like, am I still useful here, right? And
Yeah.
if you're not useful there, it's not saying you can't go back, but like when you do go back, like you got to be real careful. You basically have to play like a pussy, right? You could have like tried to pull maybe, and otherwise just sat behind your PA and like tried to help if they went on him. But that's like all you can offer without like feeding, you know?
Yeah. Right. And so I think not being able, knowing I can't contest, like I don't know. I didn't realize how late into the game it was, but I was like super focused on keeping that hard camp blocked so I could at least try to keep some equilibrium if we stayed down there.
Yeah, and at a certain point, like usually around when they're like level 4 or 5, it just kind of becomes suicide to like prevent them from pulling, right? If they're like strong enough, like against these types of lanes, and it's just like not the best use of the time. I was level 3, so I like that you came top now. I do really like this. Very nice. Yeah, this is like exactly what you wanted to look to do, so this is good.
Radiant structures are fortified. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's top Radiant's bottom
tower.
tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower. Dire's top
Sweet.
Dire's top tower.
Weird. Okay, so you guys are just running away. Fine. Don't want to fight them.
Dire's
PA
middle tower
TP bottom. So you're buying tranquils, it looks like. I was like, kind of need to get your health back. Because I want you guys to be looking to smoke. Mars has his ulti back up, and you've got a smoke. And there's no reason to like just chill and do nothing.
Yeah.
So like with Void Spirit being mid now, I would like be looking to make a play either on the Void Spirit mid or like just go back top because the Void Spirit can't be there and they don't have a tower. Like these guys are now like out of position. Like they shouldn't be able to be here.
Yeah, I think we do, actually. I think. We're gonna come back here. Me and Hollywood go do something.
You guys come back. Your Mars does come. Yeah, this is just slow. That's the problem.
Yeah, right. If we're smoked when they overstep the arena and...
Like, let's watch this back from the perspective of like the whole sequence of like leaving top. I won't fast forward through it quite as fast because this is pretty important, I think. Because there's nothing for you to do right now. So like, the fact you're not doing anything is like okay, like right this second. 'Cause there's nothing to do. The lane was like pushed, but like right here. Basically, what needs to happen is this mid wave needs to be cleared, and then you need to go. Like that's the timing. It's just this mid wave gets cleared because there's 3 of you here, and somebody needs to do it, and it's like gonna be kind of obvious if like nobody's here, right?
Right.
So I would just be obviously you have to be like thinking about this beforehand to be ready and be like, hey, just clear the mid wave and then we'll smoke. Because the Void Spirit like goes and gets the rune. And yeah, your Mars is like not clearing the mid wave fast. You guys are just taking too long here. Yeah, because it's already at this point, it's like kind of too late. At this point, given especially that we like kind of see the Void Spirit like running towards top, I would rather you stay mid at this point and like just use the catapult to like pressure. If they're gonna like sit like 2 or 3 heroes top and they don't have a tower, like let them pressure this if they want, and like you guys just pressure the mid tower.
Yeah.
So like I think you kind of missed your opportunity to go quickly, and now it'd just be more effective if you were mid. Because now they're showing 4 heroes top. This is just the most useless part of the map for them to be in. Like your PA is so happy right now that they're showing 4 heroes top, and like there's no reason to like fight into this. Like the only way that this becomes good for them is if they take like, if you guys just like take some random fight and it like by chance goes well for them. Because if you do nothing and you just like kind of farm and you pressure mid tower while they're doing this, it's just inefficient for them and like a net positive for you guys. We'll see if this does go well or not, but like
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, so like you guys ended up doing nothing, and they like decided to leave because they got bored of being in the wrong part of the map, and they like found your PA, who I don't really know why he's here, but that's another story. So yeah, looking for the smoke earlier and doing it right away would have been good,
Yeah.
or like pressuring with the mid and like kind of taking advantage of the fact that they're like sitting up there with a bunch of heroes, and then this PA death like doesn't happen. But I think that's all you could have looked to do there. You get a couple counter kills, but not really worth, especially this phase in the game. Like PA really needs to be like hitting creeps and like hitting a battle for your timing. Did anybody else have any other questions on this game? Otherwise, we can go to the next one.
Nope.
No.
No,
Oh,
cool.
Cool.
So you said in the beginning that he should not have taken the cask.
Yeah.
Is that because you already know that it's an offlane Viper, or you just don't take cask in general? Because cask is like my favorite spell.
Just based on what I've been seeing, like from how Speed's been talking about the hero, because he's done a couple Witch Doctor videos recently, he likes to go 0-1-2 and then like get cask at 4. It kind of depends on like how you want to run your lane though, right? If you and PA like had capitalized on some of those early chances, having the cask would have been really helpful. Versus like if you're in game mode just like chill and sustain, then going like skipping cask and just taking like 0.1 and like voodoo can be like kind of nice to like just sustain both of you, right? You don't need to like double down. You don't get like multiple points, but you get voodoo, you get maledict. You can even go like at level 3 you really want to take like your second point in maledict because the scaling's really nice, but you could even take a point in cask at that point and then go back later.
I mean, to try
What's
that,
the
would it be a
item-
grief to do voodoo and headdress 3 tangos? Starting?
Yeah, I wouldn't do that because you like need mana on the hero, and like you want to trade a lot. Like the hero's good at trading. Your base stats, your base damage is like good, and with your voodoo and your maledict, like make you win trades, is how you like play into that style. So
Okay.
like getting regen and like some stats is like how you play in that style. Like I think, like in Speed's recent video where he's demoing it, I think he started like stick, like branch, fairy fire, like tango salve, and then his first items out were like a clarity and a mango, and he just kind of went in on the, and it's just like a trading, like you win trades because you're like healing, and then like at level 2 you win them because like you're healing and you have maledict, and you just trade a lot, which is like harder to do against like a Viper, right? Like in this specific scenario, maybe the skill build was better, and then you guys just like kind of missed your opportunities to like capitalize.
Yeah.
It's a good question though. So I guess we'll look at Hulks, then we'll look at Ruse.
It's not an RD2L game. I didn't know that's what
No,
it's
it's good,
supposed
it's
to
good.
be. That was
It
just
doesn't,
a
it
pub.
doesn't have to.
Okay, gotcha.
It's just like the, you know.
I'm the coddle.
Okay.
Don't
See you,
look at the
don't do
score.
the-
Don't look at the score.
Stop. Oh.
Is this a troll game? What happened?
Oh, they
Jamie's
tried.
still
They
trying?
just fucking own them.
Wait, am I supposed to actually look at this game, or is this a joke?
I said I didn't have any games on my real account. We had a good
Oh.
laning phase though against Ursa.
Like, not meme?
Yeah, I mean Ursa's pretty tough to lane against. I feel like usually you can watch it. It doesn't matter.
I don't know, man. You're the one that submitted it. I don't know what you want.
I wanted to show them like a pause 4 game since they're all pause 5s.
All right. We'll take a look at pause 4 game.
To all my cubs and kindred, it is most definitely in the bag.
That
Ursa
this one
Warlock.
is in the bag.
You got like a Dawn? I actually don't play Coddle, so I don't know a lot of Coddle specific things.
Oh,
I
it's
know
so fun.
generally how you like play.
Yeah, I was gonna pick an IO.
Pig IO is not fun.
Just like harass. It's kind of weird that you're just trading with this guy a lot.
Yeah, that was really annoying.
Yeah, Warlock is like a pretty good trader, and Coddle is like not a good trader. So I think you like just kind of completely misplayed like that. Is your goal to like get the small cam blocked? Yeah, because here you just need to like run back towards your Dawn. Did you block the camp? Is that what happened? Oh, you blocked the camp. Yeah. It's kind of tough because he like got on top of you like before the camp was even ready to like spawn. At least you bought a salve though.
Yeah, I got first blood. That's why I was willing to take this trade.
Okay, so you're like trying to hit the Ursa. I think you did there. Just making sure that's what was happening. It's nice of them to like both stand there like that. Yeah, it's just really hard to trade with this Warlock.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Reach!
Okay. Alright.
I see your liver and lights.
Yeah, I'm basically trying to keep this Ursula so he can never play aggressive against my Dawn.
Yeah, no, that's good. I kind of like the way you're playing it. Just that first trade against Warlock that was just really bad.
Yeah.
Are you just waiting for your win lanes? Why don't you fly yourself your boots? Had these in your stash for like 30 seconds now.
I guess we'll see. There we go.
Yeah, you're like waiting for your win lanes. I don't think I'd ever do that. I think I just fly the boots out as soon as I have them. So you look to unblock is what happened, and then you got a ward, but you didn't get a sentry, so it's still blocked. So you can't really like play for pulls at all. You stacking here? Late stacking? Oh, just got there in time. Alright, never mind. Is your core getting gone on? Important thing to monitor. I don't know if you were watching the mini map there, but they're kind of like.
Yeah,
Stuff is-
I mean,
stuff
I
is
see where the
happening.
Dawn's at under the tower. I would hope they wouldn't die.
Yeah. Well, it's just a matter of like what you're doing instead. Yeah, I just don't know if that's like a super useful use of your time. I would just like check. It's just important to like check and see what's going on before you like go do something.
Well, I
else.
was late on the stack, so I couldn't pull it how I wanted to, where I'd be, where I was, so I figured I'd just go with the motion of running towards mid.
I see, I see. But yeah, like I said, it doesn't... Like, maybe you don't need to go back to your lane, it's fine. Just good to, like, look. If you're not looking, then you can, like, not be sure. Or Ursa. It's good pressure, though.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
I'm just kidding, by the way. I've never felt bad for an Ursa player in my life.
Yeah, they're kind of cringe.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Nice blocks.
Oh, this is this is quite the play here. Yeah, I think we kill him.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's some nice pressure.
Dire's
Good
top
job,
tower
it's good
has
job.
fallen.
Yeah, this guy's so fucking sad. Alright. You've done your job, top. Making this Ursa's life miserable.
Radiant's
What are you
middle
doing?
tower is under attack.
Probably typing. Go Yules first for the Ursa and the Beast.
Okay, alright, alright. This is reasonable. I feel like you should have some other items in your inventory. I don't know which items, because I don't know how to play Godel. Maybe you don't need a wand. I could see not needing a wand. I feel like you'd have some other item in your inventory though, right?
I mean, yeah. I just want to rush the Yules though, particularly because it was so good
Yeah.
against their heroes.
I know that people in low MMRs love rushing items that are really expensive. Let's see, so yeah, it looks like all support coddles get wands. So don't skip the wand, even on coddle. Apparently, these are all supports. I guess these are all the hard supports, but you can still see they almost all get wand. Looks like Urn is still pretty popular. Vessel, if you need it. I don't dislike your idea of the Yules rush though. I totally get why you were going for it. But yeah, it looks like maybe don't skip the wand and then consider an Urn. And if you don't want it, that's fine. It actually is really good against TA though, and they have no dispels, so might have been a good Urn game, especially given that your lane was going really well and you were picking up kills. You'd have like a bunch of charges, make this TA's life like super miserable if you're like running at her, like earning her and blinding lighting her. Also, detection would be good because they have a TA. So yeah, this is really bad because you're like farming jungle while there's creeps hitting your tower.
Yeah, I don't. I thought my Gunka was there. He kept like doing weird shit, as you can see.
Right. Yeah. Just. I mean, he wasn't. So just kind of trying to pay attention, I guess.
Yeah.
What else to say? You're stacking. These stacks are okay, but like you don't have any hero that's like. I guess Kunk could take stacks. Never mind. I'm just kidding. You do have a hero
Yeah,
that takes stacks.
Gunka's gonna just boat it, I think, in a couple minutes.
Yeah. Otherwise, this is good. I like what you're doing here.
This'll come in handy. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Simple but effective. Give me some mana to your Slark. Oh, you're trying to take the stacks for some reason.
I was luring my Gunka over. I think I did take half of them though, actually.
Yeah, here again, there's creeps hitting your mid tower.
Well played, well
so, like,
played,
you
well
shouldn't
played.
be here.
Oh, I'm getting that XP though, dude. Come on now.
What do you mean? If you give your Kunkka solo XP, then you're getting the solo XP. So you're both getting XP instead of sharing this. It's just objectively bad to be doing this when you're the hero that would be like D-pushing mid. Like, this is just a misplay for me. Yeah, this is like, why do they have 4 creeps and a catapult hitting your tower?
Radiant's middle tower is under
It's
attack.
just like you like not paying attention. Like, if I was like anybody else on your team seeing this, like I would be like TPing in. Like, if I was the CM, I'd be TPing in and like wondering like what my coddle's doing. Same with if I was Dawn. Like, this is like not okay. Like, this tower, like how much HP does this tower lose? This tower is at like almost 1400 HP.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Oh my god, look at this. Unbelievable.
Radiant's middle
So you just gave up 900, 850 free damage on your mid tower for like no reason. It's like really bad. Because like you easily could have like prevented that. Like almost all that damage is preventable.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
So you come bottom. It's kind of a weird game because like you guys are owning, so like you can kind of come bottom and like just kill them. Yeah, I don't know if there's anything else worth watching here. We're just kind of like stomping.
Yeah, the game is very much over at this point.
Yeah, hopefully that was helpful. This was a big mistake though. Like, you cannot do this in your games. Like, it's kind of like you're like, it depends on like what hero you're playing, right? And like what your job is to do. But like as Coddle, it's like your job to like stop that from happening. Versus like if you're like Undying, right? That's like not your job. So But yeah, that was like for sure the biggest mistake you made of the whole replay so far. So hopefully you don't do that in your future games. All right, Rue, save the best for last.
Rouge, you link a Winter Wyvern game.
I should, I didn't play Winter Wyvern on the team, though, so I...
Oh, gotcha.
Now, the reason I faked this one, maybe it wasn't a very good one, but I don't know how to win lanes, even in lanes I'm supposed to win handily. Like a fucking tiny Sven against a Wraith King Wind I don't think is supposed to get anything, but they ended up getting even farm.
Well, it's a little hard. Hey, look, I casted this game. Alright, let's take a look. I don't think you necessarily, like, crushed that lane. Just go to sustain build. I don't care what happens pre-rune.
30 seconds to battle. The battle begins.
You guys are like super late to this. This is like really bad. You guys are so late to this. I think I pointed this out in the cast, but like being this late to like the first wave is like it's giga bad. Less important for you, definitely important for your carry. It's really not good to sentry like this when he's like actively hitting you, because if he did sentry here, he's just gonna kill your sentry before you kill his. There's no good outcome to like dropping the sentry right now. It's really important to like not, like you can only de-sentry when they're like not here, right? If they're like actively chasing you, then the odds
I think
are...
I actually end up blocking my own camp here, so yeah.
Well, he's like body blocking it, which is fine. I don't really mind what you're doing though. Otherwise, like trading with this guy, because he doesn't trade well with you at all with Windrun, and he has 0 armor. So I think what you're doing is fine.
You think I should have gone Headrest?
I mean, you go Headrest every game. Doesn't matter what I say. In this lane specifically, no, I don't think you should get Headrest. I think you should get like stick. Like I think I would get like Tango 1 sentry, stick, like Fairy Fire and like 2 branches or some shit. Because then this, you just can't trade into you at all. Because if you have a Fairy Fire and 2 branches, it's like +4 damage, and this Tiny just can't ever trade with you. So I
think like the last season I played with you, you coached me and told me not to get Iron Branches ever.
I don't know, but that's it. I might have said that, but like now it's definitely the meta to like kind of start like branches. Tundra's kind of like popularized it, but it's pretty good to like get early stats. Not like overbuying them, right? But I like the way you're playing it. I think generally you play the lane really well because you just have to like right click them a lot, which Wind Ranger is good at doing. Yeah. So like all this harass on him has been super good, and just imagine like if you just like had like an extra like 4 or 5 damage, right? You've hit him like 20 times. So if you hit him 20 times, you have an extra 4 damage. There's like an extra 80 damage on a 0 armor hero. So it's like 80 damage. It's like pure damage because he has no reduction. You know, it actually matters. So stats have been really nice here. So the lane's pushing out. There's like been good pressure, but now you want to kind of look to fix it.
Yeah, why not?
Okay, well you guys are like actually just like utilizing this pressure really well, which is kind of nice. All right,
this is a play that I still worry about, that I don't know. I do that and then I stop so that I don't block the camp, or I don't stack the camp.
Don't worry about stacking it. It's not a big deal if it stacks. The only time you like really care if this camp like doesn't stack is if you're against like an ET or something. Or you're in a lane where it's really important that this camp is blocked, but then it's like you would have just blocked it already. But like,
yeah,
it's not
and I
that
had the
important.
extra sentry.
Yeah, it's not, but I'm saying it's not that important in this particular lane that like they don't like get a pull off or something. It's not the end of the world. Like it's not like you're against some sort of like Viper or like Slardar lineup where if they like pull the creep wave back here with like a pull, then you're like screwed forever, right? Like Racing is gonna kind of get CS in this lane regardless of like where it is. Like ideally it's back here because it's just better in general, but it's not a huge deal if they get this pull off. So I definitely would have completed that pull. Like, it's way more important to complete this pull than it matters that this is like stacked. You just want to get the lane back sooner, because now your carry's just like out of, quote unquote, out of position and like kind of struggling and not getting any CS for like one extra wave.
Yeah, and they take advantage of it.
Yeah, I mean, that's not... Now that this is happening, like, he still shouldn't be taking this harass. He should have been playing it safer, but like, if you had gotten that first pull off, this wouldn't have happened. So it's not like directly your fault, but like, you could have prevented it. Yeah, this is like before whoever's replay it was. Like, maybe try this, but like, once this is happening, like, you don't really need to come over here and help unless you really can. In that scenario, he had a Ricky that he like let blink strike to him, so it was helpful, but like, you coming over here did not really help the situation. So it's just better to like keep playing your pull, and if possible, like, you can even like chain pull it or something.
Yeah. But what I was thinking in my head was to body block, but that clearly wasn't needed, and he would have just died either way.
Basically, never works out. Okay, so you got some clarities, which is nice. They got a pull. I think that shackle was useful. Let's give you clarity right away. I would have looked to pull there again. Like right here.
Yeah, I think I just need to look at the clock more while I play. I just don't do it enough.
Yeah, this would have been a really nice pull here, because the lane equilibrium is like under their tower, right? So like, and you got like 4 creeps alive under their tower still. So if these 4 creeps like walk all the way down, it's like gonna be like right in front of their tower. Versus if you pull, these creeps are gonna walk all the way back up here and they'll like totally fix it. So this is like kind of a grief from you, not pulling. But yeah, if you're not looking at the clock, then you're not looking at the clock. Well, it doesn't work out too bad. So you're buying the boots. Yeah, I just buy the, like I said, I would have started stick, but I like having the stick is more important than getting these boots out, I think. A stick, another clarity, a ward, a sentry, well, maybe a sentry if you think you need it, but like a smoke. All of these things will like kind of have more impact than just like having those boots early. It's just kind of too greedy is the 5. Like, unless you need boots to not die, you really don't want to be like rushing boots and like getting them like your first.
Yeah, with Windrun, I probably don't need it as much.
No. Like, I'm talking like you're like a CM against like a Tusk or something, right? Like, you need boots or you're just gonna feed. But like, I guess a Wind Ranger, I don't think you, against any lane matchup, you like need boots. Why? Oh, this is your perspective. I thought we were on Wraithen's perspective for a second. Okay, so they shove it into your tower. So this is where you should give him solo XP. Like, at no other point in this lane was it like relevant to like give him solo XP, but he is about to be last hitting under his tower safely, so you should give him solo XP. Like, this is when the carry gets solo XP. And what you can do is you walk down here and you kind of scout, you know, and try and prevent them from pulling. And that's like your only job. Is like not take his XP and prevent them from pulling. And they don't pull, which is like cool, but like you're just like sapping all this XP. Again, the shackle is like pointless.
It's cool though.
Yeah, it's better to just save the mana though. And then you could have pulled here. You could have pulled small here.
Yeah.
They're just kind of like wasting a bunch of time there and sapping a bunch of XP that your Wraith King should have gotten. Here again, I'd probably be looking to go pull. Yeah. Because you guys can't really be that aggressive on them. Like, your Wraith King has a helm, which is fine, right? And you have no damage. You have 1 point in power shots. So like, you guys are not looking to like aggressively fight them. So like, you coming over here, like, you just need to be playing for efficiency basically. And you're kind of just like looking to participate, I think. But like, this scenario of like lane pushing super hard just means like you should want to pull. Unless you like are going for a kill. But like,
they're probably not going to go under it or go for a kill with all those creeps around, is what you're saying? Or like they can't go for a kill here?
Well, I'm saying you guys should not be going for a kill here. Like, your kill potential against them is like 0. You do no damage. Do you see what I mean by that?
Okay. Yeah.
Like, you have a Wraith King with a helm, and you have level 1 power shot. Like, you guys just do, if you use all your spells and all your abilities and hit them 3 times, you guys do a grand total of like 400 damage or something. It's like not a lot of damage. Like, you just don't kill these tanky strength heroes. So instead of looking to like come over here and like put pressure on them, quote unquote pressure, because it's not real pressure because you don't threaten them in any way. Like, look to play the efficiency game, which is like pull. Even like looking for a side pull here. Like, what you should be doing here is like threatening this side pull and like making them like maybe step out of position and like take harass to like prevent you from doing it. Like these right.
I shouldn't have blocked that. I shouldn't have blocked that hard camp then.
Oh, you did block it? If you blocked it, that's fine. I mean, like I said, I don't think you need to be that worried about them pulling here. So, like, I don't think I would have blocked it, but, like, I don't think it's bad that you blocked it. Given that you did block it, just go pull the small camp, you know? There's no reason to, like, hang around here and, like, hit them and, like, basically have, like, no impact. You're basically just having no impact right now. Like, nothing you're doing here is, like, mattering. So this pull's good. And it's not a bad thing for your only impact to be just, like, pulling. Like, if you can just chain pull off cooldown, like, every minute, it's just, like, getting golden XP for your team that you wouldn't otherwise have, you know? It's, like, kind of a nice lane because you're not under particular pressure. Like, here you could have pulled the small camp. Like, pulling this big camp is good. And then go pull this small camp, too. And then what happens is the Wraith King can finish this and then come over and farm the big camp while you're pulling the small camp. And then you guys are like farming these 2 camps plus this small pull will get the lane equilibrium back. So really just underutilizing the small pulls. Yeah, and this whole like engagement just shouldn't even happen. Because if you're just like playing for pulls, you just need to recognize that you have no threat against them, and they actually do threaten you, especially like now, right? They're level 5, tiny combo does damage, you don't have a wand or a raindrop, you have like nothing to mitigate their like full spell combo. So it's kind of just like mistaken positioning from you. You shouldn't even be like kind of trying to do this in the first place. And I do think you live there if you have like a wand, raindrop, and not these boots. So something to consider. So you're TPing back to lane. It's like reasonable. You almost don't have to, but I don't mind that you do. I just like, oops. Like if you're gonna TP back here, like I'd want you to like be playing the efficiency game, right? Like you TP'd in, but like you're again not going for a pull. Like you're gonna TP, like TP here, and then get this pull off at 717. So you're like kind of just like playing the lane, but you're not really playing it how it should be played. And you guys are just losing out a bunch of like golden XP that you should otherwise be getting. And then you like recognize it now. It's like way too late. Oh, yeah. No, you didn't stack it. So now you're gonna go play for the pull, it looks like? Yeah, now you're just kind of waiting and pulling, but it's just like way too late. Not like too late, like it's good that you're doing it now. You just could have been doing it so much earlier. And yeah, now you're just...
I just need to put my observer down there.
Yeah. Well, it's just too late. They're just like, they have the levels now. So like, it becomes more dangerous as the 5 to like be in this area, which is a lot of times why the 5s will like rotate away. And it's like, when do you look to like not be in your lane anymore? It's like, well, A, if you're not going to have impact. B, is if they easily kill you if you like show at all, which they definitely do here. And you just don't have the items to like mitigate their damage. Like, I'm almost positive with wand raindrop, like their combo does not kill you, and then you just run away. So you walk back to lane. So you have.
Took out from your video, buddy.
Hold on. So you just look at what's happening on the map when you respawn, because it's really important to consider not going back to your lane here. And if nothing else is happening, that's fine. But yeah, here, with your TP up, I don't think it's correct to walk back to your lane. Because your offlaner has 6, he's got birds, he's pretty strong. And you guys should be able to make something happen with like this Visage. So like, I would run bottom. and then you save your TP, and maybe you TP top if they like go on your Wraith King. You can like get a clutch shackle or something, or if they go on your Huskar, you can TP topped up your Huskar. But I would be looking to go play around my strong core at this point. 7, 8, 9 minutes as the position 5. You really want to be looking to like go play around your strong core, because 2 supports plus the strong core is like what gets shit done in the early game, right? And the longer you like don't go play with your strong core, both sides should be doing it. So if they do it and you don't, you're just going to be at a disadvantage. And so like if you can do it sooner than the other team does it, you'll just like get random kills on their carry because their carry won't be prepared, right? So yeah, I don't think walking back the lane is that helpful here, just because you're not having a huge impact in this lane. You kind of just like died twice, especially once you've like died twice in a row as the position 5. You should really be like, I don't want to go back there. Like, do you really want to come back here with the exact same items and let them do their combo on you again? And again, you know, Mixpan's is just like, he's just chilling, you know? He's got his Helm of Iron Will. He's not CSing particularly well, I don't think. He's only got 40 CS. But, like, you know, he kind of just wants to be chilling and not, like, fighting them. And yeah, I mean, they like kind of overextend here, but it like forces like Wake Rider to like come up here. And now you guys are like 3 heroes top, and it's like, you don't want to play around this Wraith King, and this Wraith King does not want you guys to play around him. So like nothing about this map setup now is good. I'm pretty sure I was talking about this like during the cast, but I was like, you guys should be playing down with Boosh, and like Huskar was down here, like he dove them, right? Both your cores were down here, and like both the supports who should be playing with the strong cores are instead playing with the weak core. And like, yeah, you gotta spend, but like, who cares, you know? This guy, your Wraith King should just be chilling and farming right now. And now, what are they gonna do? Like, they're gonna TP in a bunch of heroes top, because they're like, we can kill these supports, and this Wraith King's not strong, right? So like, why wouldn't we? Plus, they want this tower. So like, of course, this is what they want to do. And you know, now you guys just like lose some more heroes. Well, you don't lose a hero, but... So now you finally leave, but it's just like at least 2 minutes late. So you're doing the classic sap XP mid. I would be using some mana here to clear it. Okay, you do. Nice. Yeah, I really don't like this TP. Well,
No, looking back on it, I think it's kind of
bottom
worthless.
tower. I just don't know why Wake Rider's up here in the first place. How did he get back here? Because like he had like run mid. What happened? Wait, what? So he ran. So he went all the way bottom while you were hanging out mid. Not all the way bottom. So yeah, he's like going to play bottom. Oh, you both TP to react. That's what happens. Right, he has to like TP to get top. That's what happens. Yeah, he TP's top. But yeah, like, you want to be looking to join him. I don't think this is a good TP on his part. Like, this just isn't what you guys should really be looking to do at this phase in the game. Is like if this Wraith King gets booted out of lane, like, he just needs to leave, right? I tell this to like Wraith King core players when I coach them. It's like, stay here until you get booted out, but when you get booted out, like, just leave, right? And then like, don't make your team like rotate to you. You guys kill the Sven. And see, here it'd be really good to have like a smoke in your inventory, because here's where like you guys don't want to be top. Like, okay, you came top, you got the kill, cool, but like, you want to have a smoke and just like smoke straight to your Visage right now. Your inventory is really lacking here. You really need the wand raindrop, and like have some smokes and some wards. Your inventory should never look like this is position 5, especially this late in the game. Like past like 7 minutes, like you need to have these other items in your inventory. It's just too greedy. You just die too easily. You don't get a passive mana regen. So yeah, I think we can cut that replay there.
Okay.
But yeah, I think a lot of room for improvement on you, and you didn't play like that bad, but there's just a lot more efficiency you could have been squeezing out, and these like extra items that you could be buying means you like literally are just like not dying these times that you died. And you could have like more CS from like the pulls, Wraith King would have had like more farm and more XP because you would have given him some solo XP. So yeah, it's like none of these things by itself is like a huge deal, but like all of them added together is why, you know, you're like Crusader and not like, you know, if you did them all right, you'd be like Divine or like Immortal because like you're playing really well. But you can just like, you know, get a little bit better at all of them. You got potential. You got potential. I guess Avum sent a second replay, so we could look at like one more, I guess. Or
No, I think that was the same match ID. I can give you the skater game.
Oh no no no.
This is not a skater flame session, so I think we've already done that.
DK said in here. If we're gonna do that.
There it is.
Dire team back.
So senior who?
Bane.
I really like this hero right now. Oh, he took Nightmare level 1. It's a rip.
Yeah.
So you're against Slardar, Dazzle, or Slardar Venge. You've got a Void. I think instead of 6 tangos, I just would have added like 2 iron branches. These stats just help a lot with the trades.
Check my voids items. Oh, he bought tangos that game. Never mind. Sorry.
Yeah, alright, so you've got Nightmare first. Not ideal, but sometimes it happens. Blocking the camp, that's reasonable. I would consider, like, because you took Nightmare, I would definitely consider like Nightmaring him here and like trying to like get the deny, or at least make it so he doesn't get the last hit here. Like, it was definitely a good use of your mana.
Okay.
Instead of like just giving it to him, because like you have the Nightmare, right?
Yeah.
You know, just really annoying for offlaners to like, you know, get forced to like miss these CS, especially like a Slardar with like 3 bashes, right? Like he's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get this creep, right? And then if you just like Nightmare and deny in front of him, like, you know, you'll like just tilt him. Alright, so here your carries solo safely CSing under towers, so you should like scram. You're like hanging around an XP range, it's not ideal. And like they're getting, okay, they de-warded pull. It's like okay. It's like reasonable. This is a reasonable use of Nightmare and like trading.
Keep hitting him. Like, there's no reason to like back down from him there.
Yeah, I agree. You should definitely be looking to body block the camp here, because you saw he decentried you. So this is like a big mistake from you. Big mistake to let this camp spawn. Because now, because like Slardar is like one of those heroes, right, where if they get the lane pulled back, it becomes super advantageous for them. Because like Slardar just wants to be able to like run you down, right? And like if you guys have to come up here to contest and then they get like a venge stun into him sprinting at you, life just sucks. So it's just really important against like these lanes to like not let this camp spawn. So you reblock it and you go for the pull. Okay. Are they pulling though? No, they're not pulling. It's important to have an idea if they're trying to pull or not, because it's like, oh, they did try and pull. It's more important to prevent them from pulling than it is to get your pull off. So you have to like prioritize based on what they're doing. Rip. Brain sap. Brain sap. Brain sap. It's kind of late. Brain sap's cooldown is really low. I mean, 17 seconds to level 1 is like not that great, but like it's really important to use brain sap right away because like a lot of times like these engagements will last a while and you'll be able to get it off twice. So use it ASAP in those situations, especially when you're missing all that HP. Definitely just would have been good to use it earlier. But yeah, overall kind of a bad trade because they were like getting that pull off and they just trade really well. Nice. Okay. Here again, just making sure they're not pulling. Like the Slardar could have been pulling right now, and you would have like not been stopping him. It's like kind of a mistake that you're like just not looking for that. Don't ever on Bane brain sap when you're like full HP. I mean, you're like okay, you're missing like 80, but like when you're that close to full, don't ever use brain sap. It's so good for trading, and you're like just gonna be missing out on like the you're just missing out on the heal component of it, essentially. So you're feeding him a tango. Or you're okay, so you're flying out some sort of items right now.
You are no match.
And I missed the pull.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
Did you have a camp? No, you don't. Yeah, it's blocked.
I meant the stack. Like I just walked past the camp.
Oh, in the
Didn't
jungle.
stack it.
It's not that important. You don't need to be stacking these camps early unless you have like an Alk or something. Like Void does not care if he actually does not want stacks. It's like it's not here to take stacks. What's more important is to stop them from pulling, and that's why I don't think going to get this rune was good. Like your only job in this lane has to be to like not have the lane get griefed with the equilibrium by like letting them get this pull off and having it static like out here.
Yeah.
Like this situation is like slightly favorable for them because their creeps are higher HP, but like both cores are gonna like keep it outside their tower, and like all you need to do is like make sure that like when they kill this that they don't like get this like pull off, but they do, and this just like totally griefs your Void and just puts you guys in a really really bad position. You can't contest well.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
Kind of works out. Where are your items? It's courier. Oh, you got boots. Yeah, this is like these boots are way too early. It's so greedy. What? Yeah, like full wand is good. You don't need a raindrop, although you could still get it because it's good against Venge Stun. I don't know if Venge it's available yet, but like going full wand. Got 2 clarities, but Venge cancels clarities really easily, which is like something you'd want to be considering. Like, are you going to get these clarities off? Because you're at like no mana right now. So if like these clarities don't work out, you're like super useless. So I probably would have flown out like a clarity and a mango, or a clarity and 2 mangoes. Probably another set of tangos or something. And like probably like upgraded to like full wand. Yeah, because these boots are like, they help you live, which is like kind of nice, but like if you're not trading as Bane, you're just not useful. Like this hero just like trades so well, and like you're not getting items that like help you with trades. It's like not ideal. Like so you don't even have mana to like be brain sap, so you're just kind of useless. It's just not how Bane like wants to play. But okay, you're gonna get a pull. You are getting your clarity off now. You can see how like having more tangos would have been kind of nice. Oh, you got more tangos now. There again, you can give your Void solo XP. And then they like smoke gank you. Could have been nice to have a ward to scout this rotation from the puck. Just because he's like a very gank heavy hero against like heroes like Storm and Puck, like it matters a lot. Versus like you guys have a Zeus, so like it's not that important that they like have the same ward. Those sorts of things are pretty advanced. Like I don't always like think about those things at my level, but technically that's preventable on your part. So I'll just throw it out there. Like you can like you have an impact in like stopping that play from happening. Chasing around. Skater's missing. CS under tower. Going for pull. It's like good. I'd be looking to get a smoke here. It's around that time. Like whatever courier usage comes out to you around this time just needs to include a smoke in it so that you can look to make these plays. And also enough mana to like be able to TP somewhere and like be useful. So I'd like even consider flying like a Clarity and a Mango here. Just because like if I see an opportunistic like TP, like I need to have that Mango ready so that I can actually like be useful when I get there. Because you're also like considering like just like we talked about in the other games, right? Like when are you not going to be useful anymore? Like it's getting pretty dangerous for you here. Like Slardar at this point is like very like high kill threat. You have Nightmares, so you're not like the worst kind of support against him, but you know, a lot of times there are just other things you could be looking to do. This guy. Is it bad? It's nice. It's nice. Oh man, I wouldn't have put that obs down. I don't know if that was an accident, but they're definitely gonna deward that.
Yeah, no, it's usually sentry first, ob second, but.
Well, you saw that they had a sentry there too, because he dewarded yours.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so this is like where it would be nice if you like had the extra mana, right? And then you could like come participate in whatever this is, even if it's just a like Nightmare, there's Slardar that's chasing your core, but like just because of the lack of mana that you've kind of had, and like at this point you definitely could have raindrop, which like helps with the mana regen, and like just being at higher mana just allows you to have more impact. So kind of feeling that here. And it's just like not getting these early boots like kind of allows you to have all these other items that end up having like impact, and you can even like kind of like cheap out and go like the Wind Lace while like keeping up on these mana items if you find the move speed like really value. So you are just hanging around the jungle. What are you doing? So kill this guy. I understand you're out of mana. Even here, even though you've got a Clarity, like I would consider going base here. Because, I mean, being at 11 mana and this Clarity is going to give you, I don't know how much a Clarity gives with 6 times 25. Got any nerds in the chat?
250.
150.
Nope, 150, yeah.
Which is just like not enough to do anything, right? I mean, you have passive mana regen on top of that too, but even if you full Clarity up, you're going to be at like a third mana, which is just not useful. So I would honestly, especially because you have the boots, like just make the trek back to base here, and then you can be useful. Because, I mean, if we just look at the timer after you get this kill, so you got the kill, and it's 8:40, and, like, if we just fast forward to when you're useful again, take some bounties, you're hanging out not doing anything, hang out some more, get another Clarity. Alright, you have full mana at this point. So, like, I would say at this point, you're, like, technically you're useful. And it's been, like, 1 minute and 20 seconds. And that's just, like, too long, you know? That's, like, 10%. Over 10% of the first 10 minutes. I mean, just that portion right there. Of the last 2 minutes, like, you know, just like kind of useless. So we want to avoid, and we just do that by like having resources. Here's your inevitable D ward. What is happening on the map here? Let me slow it down a little bit. Yeah, and because you haven't been able to like do anything, like all the lanes like feel that when basically they've been playing like 4v5, or they've been playing 5v4. I mean, maybe somebody on their team's fucking up too, who knows? But like, because you haven't been able to come down here and like pressure this guy, right? They don't have to react to anything. Like Slardar's happy, they're happy. They can organize a gank on your Void if they want with the puck. Like they can kind of do whatever they want because you're just like you've just been applying zero pressure.
This was insane by the Venge also. That was psycho what he just did.
But also, given that they have like an Alchemist, like you should feel some pressure to like be playing aggressively and not be content like just chilling, especially like in the 8 to 10 minute phase. Like you kind of need to be looking to like be aggressive somehow. Or at least put pressure on and make them react with like multiple heroes, which like will make space for your void, right?
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, the way you've played the past like 3 minutes is just like
Radiant's top tower is under
it's
attack.
kind of like the classic like do nothing support. Like if I'm the off laner, I'm like wondering like, man, where's my team? Like, what is my team doing? You know?
Yeah.
This is like what I'm wondering, because I'm like, I feel like I should have like heroes playing with me, right? Like if I'm the CK, I'm like, man, I feel kind of strong as this CK, right? Treads, like almost armlet. I'm like, yeah, I'm down to go. And it's like, yeah, presumably I have supports, but they're like not here. Just kind of going for the puck, which is like, Puck's really hard to kill, especially if you're not smoking. You haven't bought a smoke yet this game. It's a big error. Bane loves buying smokes. I buy so many smokes on Bane.
I think I just smoked a second ago. I was like hanging around smoked with the Zeus. Like I just got grip. I think I was smoked. Yeah, I'm smoked
So
here.
You are smoked here.
And
Did you
I
fly
thought,
out, like the book in a smoke? Is that what happened?
yeah, and I had just gotten grip, and I was waiting for the puck to overextend and grip the puck, and it just never kind of like materialized.
Right. Yeah, during daytime is a really hard kill to get. I get what you're going for. As soon as it doesn't work out though, I would go like sit behind my CK. Which you like almost do, and then you like don't. Like I don't know why you turned around here, but you really need to be looking to play behind your CK here, and like kind of depend on your Zeus to not be on the other side of the river. This guy's nuts. I don't know what he's doing right now, but like you and Phoenix are just doing nothing right now. Like you're showing both heroes mid, so like what is their Alk doing when he sees this? Right? Isn't their Alk so happy to like, see like all these supports mid? Like just like look at this from the Alk's perspective. The last like minute. He's like chilling farming here. Like he doesn't see you guys. Right? He sees Void. He's like, oh, okay, I'll like back up. He's like chilling. He's like, oh, there's Bane on our ward. So I'm gonna farm down here. I'm gonna see where they are. Oh, there's Phoenix. Oh, there's Bane. Like this guy's life is so easy right now. And like you're just like, there's just been no pressure anywhere on the map from their perspective over the last like 5 minutes, you know. And like you as the 5 kind of like are a big part of like that early pressure. So you can look to in your games to like kind of look to have a little bit more impact in that 8 to like 12 minute range. Look to rotate to your like off laner. You'll see a lot of improvement, I think. Like the good things will happen. You'll be like, oh, like we're like killing their carry. Like, oh, we're taking their tower, you know. Stuff like that. Definitely comes a lot from the 5 roll. So.
Okay. Cool. That was helpful.
Awesome. I think I might
I think that CK was really mad about that game too.
Yeah. Yeah,
Obviously,
Hulk is the off laner I was griefing. Yeah.
Yeah, I think he was. I have inside intel. He was pretty fucking mad.
He was pretty tilted.
Alright guys, well I'm gonna stop recording now.